Good morning, dear students. This video is the continuation part of chapter 8, Monday morning for standard 6 children. So, as we already discussed, that this story, Monday morning, is about a naughty boy whose name is Tom, and he plans or he thinks of new plans of avoiding school. He does not like to go to school. So we saw that he decides to ground about his toe, about his sore toe, and his brother, who was sleeping next to him, said he tries to wake him up. And finally, Tom shakes Sid, and now Sid is awake. And Sid asks Tom, "What is the matter?" Now, here we can see that Sid asks, "Here, Tom, what is the matter, Tom?" And he shook him and looked at his face anxiously. Sorry, children. So Sid looks at Tom's face nervously and he wants to know the matter. Now, Tom, he makes a very deep sound showing unhappiness, and he asks Sid not to move him up and down or from one side to other. Now asks, "What is the matter, Tom? Shall I call auntie?" So when Sid wants to get Aunt Polly, Tom acts like he does not want him to call Aunt Polly. He acts like he is on his death bed. You can see. "No, never mind. It will be over soon, maybe. Don't call anybody." So when Sid is willing to call Aunt Polly, Tom tells that don't call anybody. He acts like he is on his deathbed. Now, Sid insists that he must call Aunt Polly, but Tom continues to growl more louder. He wants to make it real. So he says, "Don't shake me, Sid. You will kill me." Now, "Tom, why didn't you wake me sooner?" So Sid asked Tom that why he did not call him before. And Tom says, "Oh, Tom, don't. It makes me frightened to hear you." "What is the matter, Tom?" So when Tom is shouting so loud, here Sid says that don't shout so loud. It makes me frightened. I am scared to hear you. Now Tom says, "I will forgive you for everything. I will forgive you for everything that you have done to me when I am gone." So he acts like he is going to die, and he says to Sid that he forgives him for all his mistakes. Now Sid becomes more anxious, he becomes more nervous, and he says that you are not going to die. Now, "I forgive everybody," Sid. So Tom says that I not only forgive you, but I am going to forgive everybody. And you and there is one cat of Tom's with one eye. So he asks Sid to give that cat with one eye to one new girl that has come to their town. And hearing this, Sid becomes really very nervous and he runs out of his room because he feels that Tom is actually suffering. Tom's make his acting so real that every person around him imagines his acting as real. So Tom has acted so well, he has grounds very loudly, that has made his brother feel that he is actually suffering. So what he does, he went out of the house to call Aunt Polly. Now Sid runs downstairs to call Aunt Polly, and he says that Aunt Polly, Tom is about to die. Tom is dying. And Aunt Polly also becomes very nervous. She also gets scared hearing this word dying, and Aunt Polly exclaims, "Dying?" Sid says, "Yes, don't wait, come quick." So Sid is calling Aunt Polly. Now, Aunt Polly, you can see she's an old woman. She runs upstairs, and her face started to become white. Her lips trembled, and uh, she goes near to Tom and asks, "What is the matter? What is the matter with you, my child?" And here Tom says, "Aunt, my SARS toe mortified," means my toe is dead and decayed. Since he has heard the doctor once to say that someone can lose a finger, so he acts like he's going to lose his finger and he's about to die. You can see the old lady running upstairs, and her face, when she runs, she's breathing so loud, her face becomes white, and she becomes really very means she's breathing loud. She's a old lady, and when she goes to Tom and asks the matter, Tom says that his toe is dead and decayed. Now Aunt Polly sits down into a chair, and she understands that Tom is behaving. He's acting. Tom is acting. She understands Tom's mischievous behavior, so she laughs and then she cries. She does both, and this made Tom feel more better. And she says that, "Tom, with your nonsense that you said, I got so frightened, it shook me up that I had to climb these stairs upstairs." And suddenly, hearing this, the shout stops, the pain vanished from the toe, and the boy feels foolish. And Aunt Polly, and he said, "Aunt Polly, it seems mortified, and it hurts so much that I never feel the pain in my tooth at all." So he says, Aunt Polly, that his toe seems dead and decayed, and it hurt him so much when he was shouting. He never feel the pain in his tooth. So Aunt Polly asks, "What is the matter with your teeth?" And Tom says that it is loose and it gives me pain. So you can see Aunt Polly is sitting down on a chair, and now she asks the matter. And now Aunt Polly says Tom not to groan again, and she says that, "Show me which tooth is loose," and this loose tooth going is not making you die, means he's not going to die because of a loose tooth. Now, Aunt Tom asked Aunt Polly not to pull his tooth because it will hurt. And he says, Aunt, don't pull my tooth. I don't want to stay home from school. Now, Aunt Polly understands that he wants to stay home from school and wants to go to fishing. That is why he was shouting so loudly. Then she says, Tom, I love you so much. You seem to try every way to break my old heart with your naughty behavior. So she says that I love you so much, but still you tries to break my heart always with your naughty behavior. So that tooth, and she says that that tooth will come out on its own. Don't worry about your loose tooth. It is not going to make you die and it will come out on its own. And she asked Tom to sleep, to go back to sleep again, and then they will decide what to do, whether he will go to school or not. This is adapted from the adventures of Tom Sawyer. Thank you, children.